Hello, everybody. This is Dom from Upstate Supernatural, and Jer may be coming in. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'd like to welcome everybody to Live Spirit Frequencies. This is our Thursday episode, which we are broadcasting on YouTube and Ustream and LPTV. We're also on broadband TV as well. So if you guys would like to check us out on any of those, feel free to do that. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce our guests, our co-hosts that have been with the show. And we got Scott and James, and I'm going to go ahead. I'll go Scott first and then James. Scott, you're on.
Hey everyone, how's everyone doing tonight?
And then James, you're on, bud.
I'd like to say good evening to everybody in the chat room and everybody watching from YouTube. I'm in the middle of a refresh right now, so I can't really say any names, but glad to have you here and hope you enjoy tonight's session.
And James, actually, give me 1 second. I'm just going to fix your fix your camera tab because you're a little off kilter. Let me do that real quick. Do that.
Whoa.
All right, there you go. I just want to make sure your screen is in view.
Oh,
It wasn't for a second there. Now it is. And again, everybody that's tuned in, we have some findings from last week. Some pretty profound findings, actually, between James's voice session, his EVP burst session, and between Scott doing a burst session, and also just between doing the spirit box with the water ITC. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show this for everybody. And let us know what you hear. Let us know what you think.
How old would you be? How old would you be?
If there's something very in particular that you would like to do, can you tell us? If there's something very in particular that you would like to do, can you tell us?
could you say hi to Nikki for us? Could you say hi to Nikki for us?
Are you cooking? Are you cooking?
Can you tell us something about the other side that we do not know? Can you tell us something about the other side that we do not know? Can you do me a favor and move that stick? Can you do me a favor and move that stick?
If there are any messages for each one of us, please feel free to come forward and say our name and your message. If there are any messages for each one of us, please feel free to come forward and say our name and your message. Can you tell us what happened to you? Can you tell us what happened to you?
And that was some of our findings from this past week. I definitely heard myself. I heard the child in the background with Scott's, and with James, I for sure heard hey. A tidbit that when we're doing the burst sessions, say they're doing the burst session at their location, each of us turns off our mic. So we're not going to have audio from us coming through. Or even in some of the other sessions, we'll leave the room. Like Jared and I will leave the room just so there is no contaminant whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, that was definitely some intriguing finds on that. And we're going to go ahead and actually I'm going to go ahead and do a burst session real quick. And again, I'd like to thank everybody that's in here. Anybody that's watching on YouTube or on Ustream, you can always click on the link below in the description below the video. And that'll take you right over to LPTV chat. You can chat with us live during the show. If you're watching this afterwards, feel free to leave comments. Let us know what you would like to see us use on the show, what you'd like to see method-wise for different techniques and so forth. Our next venture will be the Ouija board. I believe next week we're probably going to do a little bit of a highlight from the Water ITC and just a discussion. So just so everybody's kind of aware what's going on with that. And right now I'm just going to go ahead and do the burst session. Hello, hello. This is Dominic. If there's anybody here with me, I'd appreciate if you have anything you'd like to say to try to say it. How many years has it been for you where you are? And if you were able to, if you're allowed to, could you tell us one of the rules that you have to follow? Are you able to see each other? Are you able to communicate freely with each other? Is there a white light that you see after you have passed on? Did you hear any music when you passed on? Did you hear trumpets? I'm going to turn this off just for a moment, and then I'm going to do a water ITC. Scott's going to have a spirit box going, and if you'd like to try to communicate, we'd be happy to listen and happy to hear what you have to say. I'm going to turn this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And everybody, as I play this back, this could be loud. So if you're wearing headphones, you're going to want to turn those bad boys on all the way down to low. And you're also going to want to try to listen closely. And just a forewarning, because this did happen on last week's Spirit Box Weekly. When I talk, it sometimes comes through extremely loud. And it could, be a loud thing for your ears as well. So be kind of conscious that I'm going to ask a question, and then, there's going to be the recorder with silence type deal. So I'm going to go ahead and put the bleep back up for you. Alrighty.
Hello. This is Dominic. If there's anybody here with me, I'd appreciate if you have anything you'd like to say to try to say it.
I believe there was something there.
Any spirits within communication, this is Dominic. Hello. This is Dominic. If there's anybody here with me, I'd appreciate if you have anything you'd like to say to try to say it.
Right there. And I'm trying to fast forward for rewind. It's giving me issues tonight.
I'll appreciate if you have anything you'd like to say to try to say it.
Yeah, right there. Right as the car goes by.
How many years has it been for you where you are? And if you were able to, if you're allowed to, could you tell us one of the rules that you have to follow? Are you able to see each other? Are you able to communicate freely with each other? Is there a white light that you see after you have passed on? See after you have passed on. Did you hear any music when you passed on? Did you hear trumpets? I'm going to turn this off just for a moment, and then I'm going to do a water ITC. Scott's going to have a spirit box going, and if you'd like to try to communicate, we'd be happy to listen and happy to hear what you have to say. I'm going to turn this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, Scott, if you're ready, let's have you turn on your spirit box.
Okay.
I'll switch camera views. There's the water. There's my hand.
And just so everyone can kind of see what I'm using. Now, Don, what was that? The numbers on that again?
Yep, the radio that Scott is using is a Radio Shack Optimus 12898.
And you can check it out on how to hack it on Dom's other, I guess it's page.
Yeah, it's right on Ghost Hunter Tech Hacks and Mods.
I have that going, Dom. Is that too loud, not loud enough?
I think it's good right there.
Now, if anyone's in the chat room hears something, or please tag it and let us know in the chat room. And if you're not in the chat room, you can go over to liveparanormal.com/page/LPTV chat and join us in there. Good evening, spirits. My name's Scott, and Dom and James are with us, and we are using a spirit box to be able to communicate with you. Now, Dom is using water ITC, so you are more than welcome to put your hand in the water.
Now, spirits, are you able to tell me what color this bowl is? Is that possible?
What was that, Dom? You came in kind of garbled.
Are you able to tell us what color this bowl is?
Can you tell us something that Dom is stirring with? If you're with Dom, can you say your name? Please speak loud and clearly and slowly so we'll be able to hear you. When we use water ITC, do you prefer food coloring? If you do prefer food coloring, can you tell us the color? Can you tell us what you did for a living? Can you stick your hand in the water and make a shape of what state you lived in? Can you tell us what state somebody in the chat room lives in?
What is the easiest format for us to try to communicate with you?
What color is the bowl that Dom's using? Now, Dom has a few pets. Can you maybe say the name of one of the pets that are there? Can you tell us what year you were born? Now, Dom was recently at a location. Can you say the name of the location? Now, did you used to? What are bowls used for? Can you maybe tell us something that a bowl would be used for? What's in the bowl that Dom's using? Now James is with us. Do you have a message for James? Dom, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch it from forward to reverse
Okay, sounds good.
and just see. I was sweeping forward on FM, and so now we're switching it over to FM, switching in reverse.
Awesome.
I heard the word awesome. If there are any spirits that are here with us currently, can you tell us what your name is? Now, Dom is actually using a bowl and it has something in it. What's in the bowl? Can you stick your hand in the bowl and make the water move? What direction is Dom moving the spoon?
I'm gonna try something. Spirits, can you try to move this stir in this bowl? Can you move that just a hair to the left or to the right? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stir it again.
I thought I had just heard something. Can you move that stick in the bowl?
I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it staying where it is for a second.
I heard water.
I'm going to go ahead and stir it again.
Can you make your face appear in the water? Who are you standing next to?
What do you look like? Can you show me what you look like?
Are you a male spirit? What city are you from? Feel free to use the energy in the room to speak loud and clearly. What do you think of water ITC? Do you like playing in water? If you like playing in water, you can stick your hands in the bowl and play with the water. I heard mommy. Is there a little girl here? Do you know Chris V or Chris Walls or Doppel? Couldn't be 100% sure, but I thought I just heard Doppel. Now, what way is Dom stirring the water? Should he stir it faster or slower? Are spirits afraid of water? What is the easiest way for us to communicate with you? If you could give us on the living side a message, what would it be? Can you give us your address where you live? If you have a message for anybody in the chat room, can you say it now? Well, this will be the last question. If there's anything you'd like to say to any of us, can you please say it now? All right. Well, thank you, spirits, for your communication. Turning off in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, Dom, back to you.
Alrighty. And I am seeing that the Ustream keeps kicking on and off. And I was trying to go at a higher resolution for Ustream this week. So actually what I'm going to do is drop it back down to what I had it at. YouTube we will have at 480p and Ustream will be at 360p. But I was just trying to get it so it's, you know, a little bit better for everybody when they're watching it. But I do keep seeing that it keeps coming in and out, in and out. Ustream for us the whole time has always been kind of something we're having to battle a little bit here and there. But you know, we're trucking right through with it. And I think right now I'd like to thank Scott for going ahead and doing a bunch of the questions during that whole session that we just did right there. I apologize. I'm actually switching one of our things real quick to show a promotional video for you know, one of the other YouTubers or individuals, our supporters. And each season we're gonna kind of showcase maybe 4 or 5, and then showcase that throughout the rest of it. It doesn't like us right now. Might be okay. But we'll check that in just a second. I don't think it's YouTube. We might be good. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show our message to our supporters, just a thank you to them. And then we'll come back, and James, if you're all set right after this, we'll have you do a burst session.
Each week, we would like to showcase other channels and our supporters within the field. Check out Chris V's fantastic channel. Curious of haunted histories in the past? Join in with her interactive chat. Coming back each week with brand new content, interesting paranormal personal stories, and paranormal interviews and group chats. Check out her YouTube or her Facebook. Just search Chris V's Radio Show.
Hey everybody, and we're back. Just want to give a little promotional thing for some of the supporters that we have out in the field. And again, we're gonna be doing that in each season from now on. I just think it's a nice way to say thank you to everybody that's kind of helped us and supported us throughout the field, and just our way of saying thanks. And we do have one more episode for this season, which is basically this season we're just doing water ITC for the first half, and then the second half we're gonna do some Ouija boards. And in the second half of this upcoming season, we'll have more messages to other supporters as well. Won't be the same ones that we've showcased in the first 10 episodes. But next week, we're going to be talking a little bit more about how we think the water ITC went, and maybe show some of the highlights from it. But as of right now, James, if you're all set, we're going to go ahead and do that voice session.
Not a problem. I'm already ready to go here.
All right.
Hi, my name is James. I'd like to be able to try to communicate with you tonight. The first thing I'd like to ask, of course, is how are you tonight? And whom I might be speaking to. Do you know any of us? Do you know Scott, Dom, or I? Are you related to any of us by chance? Or do you know anyone in the chat? Now, last week I picked up some pretty interesting responses when I was trying to communicate. If that was you, I'd like to thank you very much. My curiosity is it easy for you to communicate with me like this, or is there a way that you prefer? And another curiosity I had is, considering if you can communicate between the three of us, can you travel from location to location? Are you coming back to check on someone, like your loved ones? Or are you just passing through? A curiosity I have is how up to date you are. Could you tell me what year this is? No, I keep asking you all these questions, but I didn't ask you, whereabouts are you right now? All I'd like to know is what's it like on the other side? Is it sunny there? Do you have weather there, like rain and such? How do you feel in general? I mean, do you still feel pain? Do you anyways, how do you feel? Now, presuming that you can, if you can, travel between location, where's your favorite place to visit? Is there someone in particular? Is it a place? Do you have any close friends you still visit or relatives? Is there a message you'd like to say to anyone in the chat, or Dom or Scott or I even, or even Jer? Now, while you were alive, did you have a favorite possession that you used to carry with you everywhere, like a lucky charm or anything, like something like that? Do you remember what it is? Now, would you be able to tell me where I live? And I never thought of asking, could you please tell me what your name is? And what's your favorite food? Now, depending how long you've been a spirit or entity, if that's what you are, could you please tell me some of the things that you've witnessed over the years? Yeah. Were you ever married? And if so, did you ever have children? No, that was me typing. If you did, how many children did you have? And how many were boys and girls? That was me typing again. What's your fondest memory from being alive? Could you tell me a little bit about where you lived? You know, what your house looked like? Did you have a nice neighborhood? Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your attempts in trying to contact me, and I'm going to end this session in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. I'm going to play this back.
My name is James. I'd like to be able to try to communicate with you tonight. The first thing I'd like to ask, of course, is how are you tonight? And whom I might be speaking to. Do you know any of us? Do you know Scott, Dom, or I? Are you related to any of us by chance? Or do you know anyone in the chat? Now, last week I picked up some pretty interesting responses when I was trying to communicate. If that was you, I'd like to thank you very much. My curiosity is it easy for you to communicate with me like this, or is there a way that you prefer? And another curiosity I had is, considering if you can communicate between the three of us, can you travel from location to location?
Excuse me.
Are you coming back to check on someone, like your loved ones? Or are you just passing through? A curiosity I have is how up to date you are. Could you tell me what year this is? Now, I keep asking you all these questions, but I didn't ask you, whereabouts are you right now? What I'd like to know is, what's it like on the other side? Is it sunny there? Do you have weather there, like rain and such? How do you feel in general? I mean, do you still feel pain? Anyways, how do you feel? Now, presuming that you can, if you can, travel between location, where is your favorite place to visit? Is there someone in particular? Is it a place? Do you have any close friends you still visit or relatives? Is there a message you'd like to say to anyone in the chat, or Dom or Scott or I even, or even Jerry? Now, when you were alive, did you have a favorite possession that you used to carry with you everywhere, like a lucky charm or anything, like something like that? Do you remember what it is? Now, would you be able to tell me where I live? Well, I never thought of asking. Could you please tell me what your name is? What's your favorite food? Now, depending how long you've been a spirit or entity, if that's what you are, could you please tell me some of the things that you've witnessed over the years?
Sorry.
Were you ever married? And if so, did you ever have children?
No,
Well,
I'm
that was
frozen.
me typing. If you did, how many children did you have, and how many were boys and girls? That was me typing again. What's your fondest memory from being alive? Could you tell me a little bit about where you lived? You know, what your house looked like? Did you have a nice neighborhood? Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your attempts in trying to contact me. And I'm going to end this session in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There you go, Dom.
All right. I appreciate it, James. Definitely some great things in there. And I'd like to give an opportunity, Scott, if you'd like to give a shout out for your channel and your website, I'd love to have you do that if you could.
Oh, thank you, Dom. It's www.myparanormalcorner.com, and you can also follow all of us on YouTube. And wanted to say thank you to everybody on YouTube and as well in the chat room for all the support. It means a lot to all of us.
And James, I'm going to swing over to you if you would like to say any.
Yes, I would actually. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out to Live Paranormal tonight. Doppel, Holly Witch, Chris Walsh, Night Lover, and everybody else watching. I'd like to thank everybody on all YouTube and other platforms for watching. Hope you enjoyed our session tonight, and hope to see you next week. Thank you very much.
And don't forget, you can check out brand new episodes by going to liveparanormal.com and checking out their news feeds. There's new episodes of Live Spirit Frequencies. There's also new episodes of different radio shows and different live investigations, which are on liveparanormal.com. Just check out the news feeds link right on their website. We do have more streams coming up. Spirit Box Weekly is tomorrow night, which is 10 p.m. Eastern, and that's right on YouTube. You can watch that live. And it's our last week testing out the Ghost Hunter app / Huff Paranormal Ethereal. Had some interesting results last week when we did a spirit box with the Ethereal to see if there was any spirit communication differences. So don't forget to tune in for that type of material. And we're taking a poll tomorrow night for what everybody would like to try to see for the week after, what they'd like to have us test. And you can check out new content actually almost every day, if not every couple days, with going to Facebook and checking out My Paranormal Corner with Scott. He always has brand new stuff coming out on there. He's always posting. So if you haven't liked it, check it out, like it. And if you're not subscribed to his channel, get on that. He's got great stuff on there. So everybody have a beautiful night. Hope to see you tomorrow. And don't forget to celebrate a happy, merry Mother's Day this Sunday. So everybody have a beautiful night. Thanks again. And we will see you again.